but I'm going to soon. Whoop. And researching and stuff. Honestly, if I have the space, I kind of have the people for it. And yeah, okay, let's get all that. And we've got another person that can do doctoring-ish, kind of. Oh yeah, I haven't allocated you right. There we go. Alright, what do we got? We've got watering. You really fucking love handling, so that's fine. Cooking, subpar. Hunting's okay. Construction's okay. Growing is high. It's fine. Alright, they're starting to like actually balance out a little bit, which is kind of good, because I need some people to actually have more dedicated skills. I actually lowered that because, yeah, if you can do researching, that'd be great. You know, like the primary person I went out there researching, I got other people, so I might take that down, actually. Okay, so everybody's finally fucking allocated, which, my god. But we have, like, one night timer, it looks like, out of the colony. Or... Nah, I just haven't allocated recreational time. I'm like, something's not right about this, but it's fine. I figured it out. Don't worry about it. Alright. So, what else we got? Animals are basically trained. We could take in some boomalopes if I wanted to, but I don't really see much point in that. I wouldn't mind like an egg-laying like animal or something like that, but I don't have a pen at this point. Oh, they did mine this out. Nice. Cool. Well, I need to dig that. And I guess we kind of need to like walk that square inwards by 1 because that one's not there. There we go. Okay, we got cat shape. And realistically, cats kind of have... Stop trying to copy that shit. Fucking hell. Cats kind of have like... Yeah, it goes up that way, but then it kind of like buffs up like this kind of way, if that makes sense. Something like that. They'll do it. Alright, cool. So we got a cat. That's neat. I kind of feel like taking a bit off the back of the pantaloons, honestly. Like just a little line here could probably come off. Because it just looks like it's like sticks out way too far. So let's put that line there instead and let's crop off that. There we go. Now we got a cat, which is neat. Honestly, I could have made like a ball or like a mouse shape. I could have got really creative and made a fucking mouse. I'm not that fucking good with like pixels, but it's fine. We have ourselves a fucking cutie mark on this map, which is cool. I wasn't expecting to have a cat on this in that capacity. Let's go around mining some veins of stuff. Just being careful of what might have like, you know, sections of shit. There's some silver. This one looks like it's got a lot of steel. I need like a shit ton of steel, but that will do me. As for components, this has got a good amount of components. You get some more steel. I do want to touch that, but I don't want to touch that right now. The components can come in. I have people that can do mining, so I know there's going to be people out here wanting to mine. I also like the fact that this cat technically has like different color like boots and stuff. Like all the cat people out there kind of know that that's kind of adorable. So that's great. That looks like that's just pure steel. And okay, we got rid of all the sarcophagus, which is great. No corpse sessions, hopefully. My research is coming along real nice. I just got to get some lights in here. We're working on that. So all of this should be steel. Those should be components. I only have 50 components. It should be more than enough. Let's see what else we got. We've got spare beds in here, which I think we've already allocated all the beds, but we are going to move those around in a hot minute. And I'm going to have to move the doors over. That particular spot there is not one that I want gone. I do have to move the doors out by 1. I now realize it's fine. We have sufficient wood to at least move the doors by 1. It is so wild not having like 50 fucking cats roaming around or like 60 panthers at a time. I'm like looking around, I'm like, oh, there's a cat. And it's like the odds of actually coming across the square that has the cat on it or one of the 2 cats. Which, by the way, I haven't seen them have kittens yet. So I do need to check if the female's good. Whatever. I do expect there to be more animals. Okay, doors are fixed up. Let's go and fix up more of these inner walls. I also have to remove the doors that are on the inside, but I'm not going to touch those until the external doors are made, because otherwise it just opens the fucking room back up and it stops being sealed. So then if we have like temperature issues or whatever, it's its own issue. But oh, I don't want to destroy your bed, mate. Hold on. No, don't do that. Oh, mate. Seeing all the different color beds is pretty neat, because usually like I craft just hundreds of like good quality beds and shit. Oh shit, fuck, hold on, chickens. I couldn't even English swear then. Where do we want them? Do we want like a mini pen? Because I think they've got to be, are they tamed? Oh, they're all tamed. Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, the cat does have a litter on the way. Are they good as they are, or do I need a pen? Pen needed. Yes. Yes, I do. Okay, well, first things first. Let's shove a spot there. Now, I could put like a little thing here. I think we could do like a circle. Let's make a circle wall pen type thing, because I don't want it to... I guess we kind of like want it to be probably not much bigger than that. That's a 6. That's not quite what I wanted it to do, but if I was to take it over by like 1, hold on, a bit more. So do that to that. I'm trying to remember how to make a fucking circle here. It doesn't help that I've got the thing. I don't think it's going to be quite a circle, actually. It's a kind of... Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a circle. I was going to say like a little circle pen would be cool, but circle pen's going to be kind of a bitch to maintain. So what do we want? We kind of want this to be... is a fence something that gets in the way of these fuckers? I feel like there's a lot of things that gets in the way of these fuckers, you know? And I don't remember them all. Because I don't currently have them on my map. My main game. We do have power on this one. I do need to probably put floors under that. Behind it should be fine. They've got stuff, but I will probably have to put like a ground in front of it, I guess. I don't super want wood or anything like that. I could make this just a pen forwards if that was the case, but that would cut across there. So I don't want it too low down. If I take it up higher, we're going to have this spot that's kind of like a little like bald spot here. Tell you what if I grab one of these rooms and I was to move it up? Look, they're fine for the moment as that. I just don't have a spot for them. I could put them down near the cat. I could put them down near the cat. That's a good idea. All right, what do we want? We want fences. Yeah. I probably want something less flammable than this, but this will be fine for the moment. We are going to give them a remarkable size pen down here because I want it to encapsulate this as a spot that they can get access to, and I don't really want it to go too far to the edge. So that should be well and truly more sufficient than we need. We can have another gate about there. I don't need it to open on the bottom end. There's no reason for me to need that. So putting 2 or 3 doors up along the top, they can at least access it at some point in time. I could also kind of enclose this downwards if I wanted to. Or I could even like fucking grab that and like put that underneath where the cat's kind of standing. That actually like lines up. That's fucking perfect. Okay, we'll leave that there. That's going to be like a warm space for them. Not that I think I'm going to get to winter, but like it wouldn't hurt. It's one of the big ones. It is one of the big ones. So if I was to put this up here, I would need to widen it. Hold on. Shove that over here for a second. What I want to do, I want to get past that. I want to copy that shit. And I want to make it wider. And then I want, well, do I want to make it actually square? Probably. I guess I probably should. So let's get rid of that. Copy that shit. Pop that there. Alright, now we've got fucking symmetrical diamond of different shape that can go all the way up here. That kind of looks somewhat appropriate. There we go. Okay, slightly bigger diamond in the center. That's fine. And we're going to use that over there, so we can get rid of that for the moment. So this is going to be some kind of like animal pen enclosure thing that they can go into, ideally. That also kind of looks like there's a cat standing on top of it, which I think just looks epic. And what else? I'm going to put this up here, which I don't know what that room's going to be yet. Honestly, I need a prisoner bubble to be like about here somewhere, but where is this? Oh god. Fucking flashbang every time. I guess I could put like a prisoner bubble just about dead-ish center. If I was to grab that and bring that, fuck knows where the bottom of this is supposed to be. I think it's like there. I think that's where that is. So if I was to bring this down to about here, ignore building it on the top part. I don't even need to do that realistically. Hold on, shove that to white. I don't know if that's going to blend with it. Can you blend back with it? Yeah, blend back with that. Also that spot there too, and that one. Okie dokie. So what I was kind of thinking was, instead of it being there, I do want a prisoner bubble, and I can normally make these a lot better if I have this for reference. So where can I make a shape with this that makes sense to me? Sort of. I'm trying to find like a spot where the shape is kind of already a natural-ish shape of the shape, which makes it a bit easier to kind of make. Like, that's not too bad. Okay, hold on. So what I want is probably, fuck knows, it's probably about 5-ish down. I think it's 2 up, or about 2 up to here, which would be 5 to that, with that in the center. That on the outside. Get rid of this shit. I don't know if that's supposed to come in like that. I think that's a 6 or a 7 by the look of it. What is this? This is a 6. It needs to be a 7, which means that needs to be a 7. There we go. We got half of the fucking thing. They'll make it, probably. Not quite the fucking shape. Roll it back by 1. And I don't know if I've gone off by a bit. No, that's about the shape. Rightio. So if I get rid of this thing, it's fucking close. It is real fucking close. I only need this to be shaped-ish like it, because it's going to be like a prisoner room, which means that this is kind of good-ish enough. I also want to take it down by like, make that a 5, make that a 5. A 5. I'll make it a little bit more rounded-ish. And I think it's got to be taken in by that. That vaguely looks like one of my prisons before. Sort of. That's getting diamond-esque though. I think we leave that with where it was, because it was kind of about the shape. And then I'll just move that over to where I want it to be. Alright, that's probably fucking good enough-ish. I will have to double make it. It is not quite... Yeah, that's true. Hold on. I need to off this a little bit off center. So, I need that to copy that shit around, do it to that. Now I need this to do to that, copy that shit around. Alright, terrible shape, but it will work. So I want this to be like here, more or less. It's kind of close enough to everybody that they should be able to get to it for a prison. And yeah, that should work. Alright, where the fuck is my thing? There it is. Sorry, I clicked off very briefly. If it's going to be about that shape, I really could take it up by like 1 and it really wouldn't matter too much. If I could do this in blue so I can just see for a moment, where we've got it like kind of to a 2, it's a 3. I don't know if we want that to be a 2 and a 3 or whatever, but this will be fine for a hot second. So this was supposed to be like a 3, which indented it without taking it out. What if I was to take it to like a 3 in general? Where that one came out? Well, I gotta stop winging shit, honestly. I can make stuff, it's just that, like, to replicate that crap, like, the top half does not look like the bottom half, and that is because it's supposed to be in by, like, one more, so it's got to be up by one more, I think. I look like I've, like, elongated this thing, which is okay. I can do it to this side as well. I hadn't quite done. That's going to be a big prison, but fair cool. I don't know if I need it. I just need a room that I can shove people in fucking good-ish enough. I kind of want to bring it in a little bit more. So I'll need to take out the outermost nodules, which is basically like these spots. I don't think it makes that shape. I know. Yeah, I know, it makes the shape. Makes the shape good enough. Okie dokie. So, fuck, we got a circle. That's gonna be a prison. It's a bit fucking big for a prison at the moment. It's a lot bigger than anybody else's bedroom. So, I really, even though I just fucking scaled it up, I think I gotta, like, scale it down, essentially. I kind of wasn't really thinking that I don't need to be able to hold on to 20 prisoners at once in this game, probably. You know, unlike, like, normally, where I actually do. Get rid of that side. Alright. So, let's get rid of the... Whoop, I didn't mean to get rid of that section, but that's okay. Okay, I think that is roughly all shape. I love that this guy's come down here for that. I still think that's, like, possibly too big for a prison. I feel like if I'm going to have that, I should really move it up. So copy that, shove that over there for just a hot second, get rid of that crap. Give me my fucking lines back for a minute. Give me that, give me that. Let's grab that. I kind of feel like we could put that, like, there or even up by one, and it wouldn't really be in the way. I think that would be just barely closer. You want that? Nah, fuck it. Let's do that. There we go. Okay, we got a prison shape. It'll be right. Not to discount your hard work, but you know, if you quest QE, you can cycle the plan to make a circle right. No fucking clue. I don't dabble with that shit, honestly. I basically, like, make, like, the fact that I'm dabbling with the colors and copy paste is bad enough. I don't do this shit. But, like, I made all of my colonies by doing that. Individual squares, like this place, every single shape was made with me putting down one square at a time, except for obviously straight lines for the squares, because I didn't have and would not add the mod that, like, allowed it to do what the game can currently do. So I prefer to build that way. The game added in this thing and stuff, and I guess, yeah, you can do that, but I don't use it. Also, if you want, like, exact shapes, like, if you make this, like, maybe it can make a shape, but, like, it might not necessarily make the shape that I want. Get that shit out of here. Get off my screen. Yeah. So, yeah, you won't find me, like, making, like, diagonals and circles and shit with it, because it's just not what I'm interested in. Like, I have used, like, the slight blue and stuff. You'll see that with where my turrets are in my usual base, but otherwise, I feel it's really unnecessary. Like, the only thing that I have found to be useful so far is the copy-paste thing. Just because of, like I said, with my designs, as you can see, they're very rhetorical. And, yeah, that would potentially make something a little bit easier. But all my diagonals and everything, all my diamonds, I put every square down myself. I still prefer to work with white. I hate the fact that if I click on this, it will grab stuff. I hate this so much. Because, like, sometimes I just want to, like, I don't necessarily want to highlight it. I just want to point to it or something, and, like, it will grab like that. That's a good example and stuff. I hate that so much. I hate it so much. I just want to put dots on the screen and it not pick up, because sometimes I want, like, something underneath it. Like, I want, like, the berry or something like that, and I might not be paying attention. I'll, like, double click and it will, like, pick everything up. I'm like, I hate this. You know? But yeah, it's just what the game kind of changed to. It's what core game changed to, and I'm like, I wasn't super excited when like 1.3 went to 1.4, 1.5, 1.6. The things that they added I felt were unnecessary because I didn't need them. Like, even the wall lights kind of pissed me off a little bit just because, like, you could put them on the wall instead of, like, having to figure out a spot on the floor, and you can color these fuckers, which I don't have the skill to do that just yet. But I used to like mixing, like, the standard, like, what was it, like, red, green, and blue and white and stuff. I used to like mixing those to try to make, like, special colored rooms and stuff. Like, I used to have, like, a purple storage room, and I used to have like a pink hospital and shit and all sorts of stuff because like I'd fuck around with the colors and crap, and I really liked that. I'm like, oh, it's really fun and creative and stuff. So like, because it's such a commonplace thing now, is all like the angles and stuff like that. When you look at a base like this, right, my original one where I put down everything like one square at a time and stuff, doesn't look as awesome or impressive or whatever as what it was. Like, you couldn't just make a circle back then. To make that circle shape, I had to fuck around with those until I got them right, you know. And then if I wanted to copy it, I had to do that manually. So, like, I was very proud of, like, myself for being able to make shit like that in the past, because I'm like, you know, it was such a unique thing. Most people really just had the box. The old shoebox kind of design base and everything crammed together, and I stood out for having all these like wild shapes and diamonds and fucking circles and shit, and people would be like, how the fuck do you make that? I'm like, I just sat there with these and like lined it out and stuff. That's what you do. And now, like, you saw it before, I can literally just pick up a diamond and go and like copy paste it and crap, and I'm like, sure, I made the shape to begin with to like map it out to figure out what shape I wanted and stuff, but I think people can do like, what is it? People can do, I think, diagonals and crap with this. Yeah. But like, if you look at how this goes, if you have a really close look at it, it's not like actually straight in a diagonal sometimes. And I hate that. Like, look at this. It's like 3 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 2. And oh my God, horrible. Like, just do this. This is so much nicer. You know? But anyway, I'm very particular. And like I said, like, I don't have a lot of mods. I have like only a couple of mods on my main game anyway. And I can't add or remove, and I won't add and remove anything to them because it's a closed mod playthrough and stuff. And honestly, I find it interesting and fun. It gives it a challenge when you've got to like figure the shit out. You don't have much like wiggle room because it's how the game was, you know? Whereas like if I could change it, like back before you could add like the colored lights, if I wanted to have colored lights, I had to think of what colors I had to put near each other in what direction to cast what light. Whereas if I wanted to grab a mod, I could grab a mod and just immediately have that. And it just felt so unrewarding to just add that. But I understand that some people don't want to fuck around and figure out what color combination makes, like, you know, brown or something in the game. I don't know, you know. But I get it. I do get it, you know. Just to be proud with the new tools. Yeah, look, I find it interesting. My main RimWorld game is so polarizing because my big game with the 300 odd colonists that's been going for years and stuff, like, some people super love it, and then some people are like, I can't stand it kind of thing. Or like the layouts and stuff. Where the fuck is the solar power? I'm gonna go for geothermal, but I'd say solar power would help, but I'm going to go balls to walls to that. That's going to take a bit. Because if I can key up that, it'll go for a bit. But yeah, I get such a wide variety of stuff. Like, at the moment, I assume a lot of people that generally like listening to me but hate watching my game will probably really enjoy this Rimconnect week because it's going at like a standard game pace kind of thing, and it's more probably visually tolerable. But, like, my game doesn't bother me. Holy crap. Way to go, Lenza. I have, like, I think half of my colony is you now. Holy crap, that's like 20 colonists. That's going to take a bit to assign everybody, but it's fine. But yeah, I tend to find there'll be like people that are like won't enjoy like my usual colony because they can't stand how like slow it is or how like ginormous or sprawled out or inefficient or whatever, right? And yeah, in this case, like people get to experience what the game is and how terrible I am at with like managing just like a few people. But at this rate, honestly, though, I think we've got like fuck knows how many people we've got in here. But yeah, I assume that some of the people that are going to find me during this event and stuff probably aren't going to be necessarily interested in my regular game. Was it? It's a Lens Army. Terrible. Anybody a night timer? One night timer so far. Hold on. You are a night timer. Let's get you marked up for that. And next up, I guess it's nice we got 2-3 night timers so far. I like getting night timers. It means that we get work around the clock, which is sort of useful. I may have allocated that to the wrong person. Yeah, maybe. I allocated that to the wrong person. That's fine. They're going to need that up until there. How many, was it self-assessed couples we get? Lol. Is that the goal? Is trying to see how many of yourself partner up? Honestly, that would be funny. I think there's going to be a lot of like couples, and the hard part is I don't have any like special beds and shit for everybody. So at the moment I have single beds. If I need to, I guess I can make a double bed at some point. I just want to cleanse a flood. Well, we've definitely got quite a lot of people now, which is great. Because I kind of feel like we're actually like cooking with fire here, which is good because the pace of researching and other stuff really does depend on like how many people, how fast you can do something. I think there's one more. Where the fuck are you on the list? Oh no, you're up the top. Okay, so we've got everybody that could be a day timer or night timer or whatever is allocated. So, what? You don't want that on that. Let's get everybody else allocated up. Doing this a little bit messy by the look of it. But it's fine. I honestly hate doing this because the way it like jumps around and skips stuff, like my like I don't know, neatness side of me, obsessiveness, just it drives me nuts. Especially when like it moves over and it accidentally like clicks into like blue or something. Whoop, Phoenix is frisky. Phoenix is my cat for anyone that doesn't know. He just ran in and ran out. I'm really surprised that they're not making like more noise because like, oh no, he's back. I think. Normally when he runs around, he yowls for a moment. Like he'll stop and he'll yowl and then he'll keep going. Least favorite things everyone. Look, I could have left everybody set to like their own priorities and like left this open and stuff. I really could have. And I really didn't want to. Because I'm like, I had it last time we did Rimconnect. It was a chaos run. And I had no time to spare. Like if I paused for a second, I was absolutely inundated with like new colonists, right? So there was nothing I could really kind of do about getting them like allocated to do stuff. What I will do though is anybody that I can see that's like very clearly loves research. First things first, if you guys want to go and do research, I would love that. I'm also pretty reasonably sure I think there's something that can be spawned in. Also, when it's on 1, can I drag that down? Nah. Yeah, I think there's something that could be spawned in that like gives them skills or research. I think it does like a full bar of research or some shit. I just don't remember what it is. What? I think it's like a super sonar core or something, or tech proof core. Fuck knows. Anyway, I vaguely remember it because I used to like freak out and be like, I don't want that because I thought it was like the thing that like goes in the ship and I don't really need that. And then it would be like, no, it gives you like a skill, and I'm like, well, I definitely don't need it because like I have full